Hey guys, welcome to episode number 68. Today's Saturday, but it's supposed to be Fan Friday. Sorry again that it's a day late, but the first thing I wanted to do was update you on Big Mama. She's right here, front and center, and she's doing much better. Her nose is healed up. Her front feet still have a little bit of a bruising on them, but she's getting around, she's eating, and she's enjoying her new tank quite a bit. Also, these both those plants' roots are just completely out of control, and as you see, I also have the new Eheim heater in here as well, and I've been washing sand, so there's a bunch of sand that I just add to this tank. I'll spread it around here eventually, but I just wanted to show you guys that before I got to the main part of the video here. And this is the announcement, Fan Friday announcement. I will be getting a 6-gallon Eheim Aquastyle as well, in addition to the 9-gallon one that I already have. And the concept behind this new 6-gallon tank is it was kind of started from my original video where I asked you guys, out of the 3 options, one with shrimp, one with plants, and one with fish, which one you thought I should go with for the 9-gallon tank. And a lot of people responded that they wanted to see the fish, they wanted to see the clownfish, and so that's what I have set up at my office. I will be getting clownfish in a week or two to add to that tank, and then that tank will be complete. But for this 6-gallon Aquastyle, the concept is to set it up somewhere permanently as kind of a show tank, which I can change up on a probably every other week basis. So the idea here is to have a tank that I can film and show the versatility of the tank, show what kind of micro nano habitats I can set up for different species that can live in a nano size tank. So what I have here is just kind of the start of the list that I thought would be interesting, and each one of these setups would only be set up for, again, probably about 2 weeks. If I go with a planted tank, obviously the plants need a little bit of time to grow into the tank, so that might be set up for a little bit longer. But in terms of the fish style tanks, I would probably be buying 1 or 2 fish to put into the tank, aquascape the tank, so that it matches whatever habitat they would be happiest in, and just let that go for a couple of weeks. Make a couple of videos on setting up the Aquastyle for that variety of fish or animal, and then eventually take it down and set it back up repeatedly over and over again. Anyways, that's the idea for that tank. Eheim wants to kind of show off the versatility of their tank, so I agreed to help them with that. It's great, and so here's the list that I have, and what I want from you guys is based on this list here, let me know which ones of these you like, which ones you don't like, and if I missed anything, if you can think of any species that you would really like to see a video of, let me know. Make sure it can fit comfortably in a 6-gallon tank. Anything that will grow large, I'm not going to even consider. So here's the list I have. Fancy guppies. I think it'd be great to do 1 or 2 trios of fancy guppies in a 6-gallon Aquastyle. Dwarf Puffer. Probably one or 2 Dwarf Puffers I think would be really cool. Crystal red shrimp. Those ones I'm really interested in doing. I hear a lot of good things about those shrimp. It seems like it's one of those in style sort of shrimp to get. They they're really neat looking. There's nothing really out there that's quite like them. So I might get like a half dozen of those or so, and set that up in a planted tank. Endler's live bearers. They're much like guppies. They're just a little bit smaller, and the coloration is a little bit different. That's another one of those that are fairly popular, fairly trendy, and they're small enough that I could put a couple trios of those in as well. Dwarf Rams, I could probably get a pair of Dwarf Rams in a 6-gallon tank. I'm not quite sure about this next one, Dwarf African Frogs. I have that one at the office. I'm not sure if they would do well in a 6-gallon Aquastyle, just because the frogs don't like they don't really like the water movement caused by the filter. So if I did do these, I'd probably have to leave the filter off all of the time, which might be okay, but the water would kind of get dirty faster. The next one is white cloud minnows. These ones are interesting because I wouldn't need to heat the water, and I hear they can be interesting to watch as well. They do really well in smaller size tanks. Pygmy cories, I've never owned these before, but I hear that you can get Corydoras that are fairly small in size that stay small. So getting a small school of those would be interesting. Danios, they're very active, so getting a few of those would fill a 6-gallon tank fairly quickly. And shell-dwelling cichlids. I've never had these either, but I think they might be interesting. Just having a couple of those on the bottom with some shells might be interesting to watch. And then moving over into kind of the salt and brackish category, Dwarf Sea Horses. I think that would be amazing. Of anything on here, that would probably be the crown jewel of a tank this size, is if you were able to keep dwarf seahorses in a tank that small. Again, I don't know how well they would do with the current that's generated from the filter, so I'd have to do a little bit of research before going down that road. But blennies are good, gobies are good. They're full of character, and as long as they're a smaller variety, then they'll do well. I've got those red mangroves, so I thought it would be interesting to get some mangrove crabs and set up a couple of those mangroves and actually plant them on their roots and kind of let the crabs run up and down the mangroves. So that could be interesting. And then moving into kind of the planted category, I was thinking of doing like an Iwagami style hardscape for a planted aquascaped aquarium. And then I was also thinking of doing a driftwood style, so heavy on the driftwood, lighter on the plants style aquarium as well. And again, it wouldn't be a whole lot of material, so it would be very difficult to kind of pull some of these off. But I do think making a little island of aquascaped material towards the center of the tank, maybe center back of the tank would be interesting. So those are the ideas. If you like any of those, again, let me know. If you don't like any of those, or if you have any more information about any of those species that I've talked about and why I should or shouldn't use them in a 6-gallon Aquastyle, definitely let me know. And if you have any other ideas that I haven't thought of, again, let me know. And I might choose your idea and get that up in the Aquastyle. The last thing I have to share is kind of cool also. Well, maybe not. It's a Styrofoam box. It's interesting. I've never really owned a Styrofoam box, but I've been to fish auctions before, and I see other people carrying them around, so I kind of felt left out. But they're good for carrying around fish. So if you go for the day to a fish auction and you buy a bunch of bags of fish, it's really easy to just kind of load a nice size styrofoam box full of bags of fish. And you'll see this is like an 1.5 inch thick styrofoam. It fits nicely inside of a box, but just the styrofoam box by itself works well. So you know, I don't know where I'm going to store this, but I'll probably fill it full of stuff and just keep it off to the side until I decide to go to a fish auction. But I thought that was pretty neat. Anyways, see you guys later. Thanks.